Good evening, friends, fellow channel members. How are you all doing? It has been a while, hasn't it? It's been at least a couple of, probably closer to 3 weeks. What with, I think we had some streams planned and then something didn't go to plan, so that ended up getting cancelled. I then went away for a week during the school half term, and then last week catching up on stuff after returning, it just wasn't working out, and what with the wife's work schedule and the children's schedule, yeah, it just all went wrong. But anyway, we are back tonight. Really looking forward to this. A nice chilled out stream in the middle of a VATSIM event. We are in Vienna this evening, where there's quite a lot of ATC going on, so that's quite cool. And we're off to, well, actually, I went to Rome during the school holidays, which was a fantastic holiday. We did lots of Italy. I wanted to fly to Rome tonight because the new scenery that came out of recently is absolutely fantastic. However, there was no ATC there, so I thought we'd end up we'll go from Vienna, and they're actually flying to Milan, and not Malpensa, but actually at Linate, which is obviously one of the small, a little bit smaller, but that's fine, and brings its own challenges as well. So great stuff. So thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you're all doing well as you're coming in and getting on board. So hey, Pack Andrew, Aviator, NYPD Sue, good evening, and LN World International, DC Gert, hello my friend, how are you? And EJ Woodford, Elliot, you're in the chat as well. Good evening, Squire. Hope you're doing fantastic. Minimums Nick, good to see you, and Darren and Mr. Doctor 9302. Yeah, it always does a hard landing whenever I enter the information into the top of the stream. I don't know why it does that, but there you go. And if you're watching on Twitch as well tonight, as Xyrox22 is, good evening to you. Hope you're all doing fine. And Alison Martez 2018 also following on Twitch as well. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Fundrop 2, good evening to you as well. So slight confession, just before we go any further, I had no idea when I spawned in. I've not got my Vienna scenery loaded in, so I'm default tonight. I can't remember the last time we showed a default airport on stream, but never mind. It's night time. We'll bypass that for now. So we'll go through the operational flight plan. We are operating as a real ops flight tonight, so we'll be doing all of that, all of the usual stuff. Hey, David 990, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, we'll grab some details and we'll go through. Just before I do that, I'm just going to grab the load sheet, just scribble some figures down, because then it's done. It's out the way. And we normally get about 9 load sheets anyway, so let's grab this one. So yeah, we are it's just the CFGs that I'm actually after. What have we got? So our zero fuel weight CFG is 32.3, and our takeoff CFG is planned to be 30.9. Yeah, that's all I wanted to begin with. Right, let's first of all, actually, before we go any further, let's grab some ATIS information for our departure frequency. Then here is 121 point what is it, 12173, I think. So we'll just have a listen to that. Pens at the ready.
Temperature 8, 2.5. QNH 1026. Aerodrome trend. Tempo visibility 4,000 meters. Miss. Report target off block time as that. .in / VDGS. Prior to clearance request.
let's listen to the rest of that.
This is Vienna departure information. India is 1920. Departure runway 29er. Arrival runway 29er. All aircraft departing between 2100 local time and 0700 local time will be cleared via noise abatement SID. Strict adherence is mandatory and will be monitored. Transition level 110. Wind touchdown zone 240 degrees 4 knots. Visibility 6 kilometers. Clouds, no significant clouds. Temperature 8. Dew point 5. QNH1026. Aerodrome trend. Tempo visibility 4,000 meters. Miss. Report target off.
Okay, so that's enough information on that.
Dot in.
So what can we gain from that? Well, our departure runway is 29. That is fine. Strict adherence to noise abatement procedures. Yeah, that's just normal. Interesting with the temperature. So the temperature is 8 degrees and there's mist around. So technically we should probably be thinking anti-ice for the engines on departure. So that's worth bringing in to port now. Any chance of jet lag coming to the iPhone? If so, when? Can't wait. Looks amazing. So it is being done. The bulk of everything for Android is more or less there. It just needs maintaining. I'll be honest, I haven't done too much on the iPhone side of it for a while, just because, well, I've been busy and been away. But it will come. It's just a matter of needing 9 days in a week and 40 hours in a day. That's basically all it generally boils down to. Right, let's have a look at the operational flight plan, which is here. So quickly scooting over this. Decent payload, 2-ton underloader, takeoff weight 64, so if we throw a bit of extra fuel on, we're going to be close to max landing weight, and that's only a concern if we need to return here due to an emergency after departure, so that's okay. Obviously got Linate, where's the alternate, sorry? Where is the alternate? Ah, there you go. Not sure why I wasn't showing. The alternate is Malpensa. Call sign is Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. Usual cost index 34,000 feet. Look at that. The trip wind is actually 0. I can't remember the last time I saw that. So we are planned off 2.9. That's exactly what we wanted. Plug fuel is around about 5.2. So yeah, we can probably afford to throw a bit of extra fuel on there just because it is busy tonight, so maybe a bit of waiting time, taxi time, that kind of stuff. And the CNR is 2.1. The alternate fuel, you'll see, not very much. Obviously, Linate to Malpensa, it's not a massive difference, is it? So that's why that's not huge. Let's have a look at the weather then. So Linate at the moment, we've just heard the current weather, but that doesn't look like it's going to change much. The destination. Sorry, this is Linate, isn't it? Linate is visibility 8 kilometers, that's fine. No significant clouds, no significant changes either. Looks like light winds, so I'm happy with all of that. Very similar for Malpensa, a cav okay as well in Pisa, Turin, and Venice, all of which look all right. Although that looks pretty interesting a little bit later on tonight if anyone's heading to Venice. So, flight log. We have got at about 15, 16, 17 minutes after our departure, then we've got a little bit of area where we're flying over the Alps, so that then is going to keep us high for about half an hour. So again, that's just worth keeping in our mind that during that block we get a decompression, then we need to know where we're going and escaping, because we can't just get down 10,000 feet. That's okay. No TAMs here. Oh my god, this is just insane. That's a lot of taxiway closures. We'll rely on ATC to give us the correct ones, I think. Let's have a look. So we've got right. So 16th of February is closed. Prototype system, yeah. So that's why we're all on the 2.9s this evening. So that's fine. Then anything in Linate doesn't look like we've got much there with regards to anything with the runways. Approach procedure, we'll be doing the ATIS approach anyway, so yeah, okay, so nothing in the NOTAMs. Weather there, just confirmation of that looking good, and yeah, well, apart from Venice, which we won't need. And then let's just go through. That is our flight route. Let's check the weather charts. Nothing there, and it looks perfect. And all the Alps underneath is on the flight, which is what we just mentioned. So in terms of extra fuel, I think we'll just take a little bit, just for a little bit of holding time on the ground, really. So I think if we go with, we can take 5.7 tons. I reckon that will that should be fine. We'll get ATC to sort that out for us. Not ATC, sorry, we get the ground crew to sort that out for us. If we just instruct GSX to load 5.7 tons of fuel, and hopefully that will now work. And yeah, since GSX is now updated, there's extra vehicles and things like that around, isn't it? We've got our cabin crew tonight. I don't know who's working for us. Hey guys, so who have we got working for us in the cabin crew this evening? I don't think Caroline's on board tonight. She's on holiday. So, I don't know who it is. Let's see if they're awake and listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your lead flight attendant, Jim speaking. We're currently cruising at an altitude of, well, who knows? The pilots are probably just winging it, as usual. I mean, have you seen their flying skills? It's like they're trying to win a game of how to scare the passengers.
What is this guy on about?
We'll be serving drinks and snacks shortly.
I don't know if he thinks we're in the air. We're definitely not in the air. Okay, well, we'll mute him while he just resets himself. Well, I'll reset the AT. I'll reset the cabin crew because that's clearly not correct. Anyway, let's go through and start setting up the box then. So, just checking our aircraft is all in good fettle. Hey, Dark Fury's in the chat. Hey, Dark, good to see you. So we are on external power at the moment. Pumps are off. Packs are on. That's new subs, by the way. We can now leave the packs on rather than having them turned off. So we'll come down, and the QNH was 1026. And make sure we are listening to that. We want audio control panel, that's set as well. Then just turn that up. That's much better. Switcher panel's fine. Thrust levers, engine mode mass selection, spoils, flaps, parking brake, squawk 2000. Acupressure is in the green. Get the constraints on up here, and what was it? 1026. There we go. Lovely. That's all set. Okay, so down onto the box. In fact, before we do that, well, I don't know how busy it is here, but should we give ATC a quick call? Delivery 12212, just in case it's going to be a while. And let's just see, what time is it now? And what time do we think we're going to get off? If we can get away for about 2020, that would be good. So that's about 20 minutes or so for off block. Let's give them a call and see if that's doable.
Friendly 469, exit Frankfurt, Osmod to Charlie, 5,000 feet, squawk 1000, QNH 1026.
Clear to Frankfurt via the Osmod to Charlie departure, in squawk 1000, QNH 1026.
And Nick's in the chat as well. Hey, Speedbird 464. How you doing, Nick? Always good to see you guys.
I'm initially 5,000 feet, 2469.
Friendly 469, read correct, report target off for time.
2020.
Okay.
Vienna delivery, good evening. Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, stand Charlie 32, A320, and we have information. I have no idea what information. Apologies for that. QNH is 1026. Information India is what we've copied, sorry. And we're requesting IFR clearance as filed to Linate.
173 Romeo, correct. Happen 17 Romeo Tango now. Information Juliet current and no flight.
Information Juliet, we'll copy, and we'll just confirm flight plan for you, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. Where's our flight plan gone?
Every 7072, send Fox 08 information to lead request FSTraffic is booked.
Double check where our flight plan's gone.
222 Charlie, 5,000 feet, squawk 1000, QNH 1026.
Cleared in spoke 022 Charlie, climb 5000, squawk 1000, 1026, 72. And target of clock time is 015.
Just refile this.
961 requesting pushback on start.
Try that again.
Stations again?
Now it's definitely filed.
Alpine 961 requesting push and start.
961 Tesa 2016.
Or 961?
961 Tesa 2016.
Roger that.
And Vienna delivery, Alpine 16 Romeo Tango with you again. Flight plan should be with you, and our target off block time is 2025.
In 17 Romeo Tango, a firm clear to destination via IMPOP City Charlie departure, climb 5000 feet, squawk 1000, QNH 1026.
Cleared via IMBOM 3 Charlie, initial climb flight level 50 and squawk 1000, QNH 1026, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango.
In 17 Romeo Tango, read correct.
Okay, good stuff. Right now we've got the pleasantries out of the way. Let's go through the box setup and just check. So Iris, we've got the 3.5 greens. Let's do the init recall. Hopefully the passengers are getting on board so we can get out of here without much of a delay. Aviation driver, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Right, so Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. That's probably one of the nicest call signs I've had on here for a while, actually. That rolls off the tongue okay. Cost index is 4. Where is, let's just get this up so you guys can see that as well, if we just position that a little bit better for you. And temperature is 8 degrees, the Tropo 33427. Let's get that in. We'll download our winds, get those in, and just check Iris in it. So land and ref, all of those agree. We are stand Charlie 32, that's fine. GPS primary is active. We're going to cruise today at 34,000 feet. Temperature is minus 56. Let's get in the departure then. So we're off runway 29, IMBOV 3 Charlie. Or IMVOM, sorry, 3 Charlie. Insert that. Destination arriving 35 Zulu. That's on Lucille 1 Yankee. And find that. Lucille 1 Yankee, and via VOG apparently. It's the only option, so pop that in. And we have got 417 miles on the flight plan, 402 miles in the box. That's okay. And then onto our init B page. So we've already got this information we needed from that. So that is zero fuel weight is 59. Bang on. CFG is 32.3. Alternate fuel was a ton. And if we now do our fuel planning, see what it says. We're going to take 5.7. Just wait for it to figure it out. 4.6, perfect. Oh, that's loads of extra fuel. So that's got us down with an extra 31 minutes of time. So that's perfect. Takeoff weight is bang on our max landing weight, so that's cool. 645. So let's do our takeoff performance calculations. Good. Okay, so runway 29, it's dry. Flaps 1, no need to force toggle. Anti-ice, we've already said that's going to be on. Pax will be off. That takeoff weight is 64.5 and the CFG for departure is 30.9. Can we do an intersection departure here? Let me just have a quick look. to see. Just checking the ground chart off your screen in a minute. Have we got actually any intersections available? Oh yeah, okay. Let's look at Alpha 6. I'll show you where this is in a minute, but we're going to go, we can take Alpha 6, and that then is going to cover us for intersection departures and anything basically further than that. So that then gives us 35, 37, 39, 135. Oops, let's go to the right page. 135, 137, 139, flaps 1, and flex 52. Good stuff. And then the engine out stuff, so thrust reduction, acceleration here, it is noise abatement 1 here, which is good. It's a little bit different. Don't do it that often around Europe. 3600. And engine out acceleration is 1600. Okay, good stuff. Right, onto the secondary flight plan then. We'll copy that. And engine out procedure here is non-standard. So the engine out procedure here is at 5.7 miles from Fox Mike Delta. So we're then going to make a left-hand turn. So let's create a waypoint. Fox Mike Delta. Our takeoff track is 291, and that distance, what did I say, 4.7 miles, sorry, 5.7 miles, 5.7 miles away from Fox Mike Delta. We'll pop that in there. So that's place bearing distance 1. After that, then we're going to make a left turn to the Sierra November uniform, VOR. We'll pop that in. I'm guessing it's 180 miles away and not 948 miles away. We take up the hold, and in the hold it is right turns 350. And there we go. So that's the hold all cued in, and then at that point, obviously, if something's gone wrong, that we've had to do that, chances are we might need to return back here. We know that runway 29 is currently being used for the arrivals, so we'll get that in no star. I don't know if SNU is one of the VIAs. It doesn't look like it, so no, we'll just go no VIA and we'll get ATC vectors if it's an emergency, so that's fine. Let's check what that all looks like then. Flight April first, good evening to you, hope you're doing well. So just pop that onto map. So let's have a quick look. So yeah, there we are straight out. Then it is the hold, and you can see there we are straight out, left turn, SNU, take up the hold, and then we get vectors back in. The other white track that you see that looks a little bit confusing, that's actually the go-around track, because we've put the ILS approach in for the arrival. The go-around is also there being shown, but that's obviously not important at the moment. Good. So box is set up, engine out procedure is set up. I think the passengers are boarding. Hope the passengers are boarding, and I think then we're ready to sort of brief everything. We'll get the charts up. We'll look through everything, and then if I've got any questions, that's always a good time. So let's have a look at the actual ground chart just to show you what we've got planned. So we will not bother with a single engine taxi just because I don't actually know Vienna that well. I very rarely fly from here. So we are parked just here at the West Pier. So Pushback, obviously, we're going to face one way, south. Facing north, we've got a problem. And then I'm expecting sort of a taxi out. It's either going to be down on Mike or Lima via one of the exits. Now, I've put in that we can depart from Alpha 6. However, if we don't get that, we can get any of we can then depart from any of these. So that's covering for us. But yeah, no single engine taxi today, just because I want to concentrate fully on where I'm going, because I'm unfamiliar with that, so that's obviously a little bit of a threat there. Then let's have a look at the departure then itself, the noise abatement departure. It is noise abatement 1, which again is not a threat, but it's just something a little bit different to the norm. So here we go. So it is straight out and then left turn. I think actually have I got a better chart than that? No, I don't. Okay, where's the insert? Right, the insert's there. So it is straight out, and then at 1,000 feet we make that that left-hand turn, don't we? As we can see there, strict noise abatement turn, and then just checking the coding as I'm doing this down here. We can see that 1,000 feet just down there in the box actually, so that's fine. And then it's 296. And then following that it's 383, which is down here, and then we're basically just on our way. Now the other thing to look for, we've got no speed restrictions or anything there. Doesn't need the speed restriction with noise abatement 2. We're going to have nose up anyway, so we're not going to be going too fast, and yeah, then that's all fine. So no need to worry about speeds or altitudes. Initial climb is 5,000 feet. That's set. MSA as we depart is 47, climbing to 5464 as we reach the end of the departure. So threats to be aware of, basically what terrain to the north and the northwest, west of the airport, but other than that I think we've pretty much covered everything from what I can gather. So if anyone has any questions, then yeah, feel free. Zara says, love to see us flying at his home airport. I'm just apologise that I forgot to put in the decent studio for you, Zara, so my apologies for that. Andrew, we've got ATC certainly at the start tonight. I'm not sure about all the way through the flight. Shawnee, the engine out procedure, I use SimSmart. Link in the video description below if you want to check that out. Right, company message. I think boarding might be completed now, so let me just check the company message and see if that is the final load sheet. Where are you? No, that's preliminary load sheet. Oh, we're still not finished with the boarding yet. Needs to hurry up. Let me just see how we're doing with that boarding. I'm hoping GSX is playing ball tonight and boarding everything nicely. We've got a flight to do. Oh, I think I'm just waiting for the last 2 people, according to the EFB. Ah, there we go. Everything is done. I'll just let camera crew know that we are all set. Hey guys, we're all set here, so if we can get everyone seated and sat down, we'll hopefully try and get away on time. Hey, Simpilot Ben, good evening to you, and Jay Clark, good evening to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. We're just about ready to take off, so please make sure you're seated and strapped in. I know, it's a real thrill ride with our pilot at the helm, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to trust their life to someone who probably learned to fly from a video game? And don't worry about the co-pilot.
He's not lying.
I think he's just taking a little nap, or maybe he's had one too many drinks. But hey, it's all part of the fun.
He's not even here.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Or at least try to, because I have to work 7 days a week for you lovely folks. Oops, wrong.
Right, let's look at the final load sheet. So 0 fuel weight, that's fine. Takeoff weight 64.5, yep. So that's happy. And we have got no LMCs. I'll sign off on that. And we are good to go. Right, let's get back on frequency and let them know we're ready to go when they're ready to let us go. And delivery Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. If able, we're ready to go.
Station again?
Alpine 17 Romeo Tango.
Can 17 Romeo Tango, your Takeoff 2025, I call you in 2 minutes.
Roger, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. Okay, so yeah, we are a little bit early, but that's fine. APU's now up and running. Okay, so new stops. We'll just start the chrono. Give it 3 minutes. So old stops used to be you started that, ran for a minute, then put on the APU bleed, then wait another minute, then get the packs on, which is why usually when we started you'd have seen the flight with the packs off. But new standard operating procedures, we can actually leave those on now. We leave this running for a minute. Sorry, no, we leave this running for 3 minutes now. 3 minutes. Then you get the APU bleed on, and it's fine. You can, if you want to be extra vigilant, just have those turned off. Just leave it 10 seconds, and then get those on. So we'll be good. Oliver, thank you for subscribing, and Lee over on Twitch as well. Good evening to you. Thank you for following. Elliot's enjoying some standard tea. Why not the Yorkshire tea? We're not out of stock, surely, Elliot. Oliver is on his way down to Mallorca. 321 Jet 2. Excellent. I don't know what Jet 2 standard operating procedures are. Easyjet for A321s used to be flap 2 departure. That's now changed. You don't have to do a flap 2 departure anymore on the A321.
From the 16 Tango, so we have to disconnect because of the internet problem. Sorry for no control.
Schade, kein Problem, tschüss.
Why is it called a pack? It's actually a bit of an acronym. So it's the pressurization and air conditioning systems. It's not quite an acronym, is it? But it's basically the pressurization and air conditioning. Right. Well, while we're waiting, then we can do the cockpit prep checklist. So aircraft acceptance, that's been completed. Fuel quantity is 5,700 kilograms and balanced. Refueling then complete. So seatbelt signs, they are on. ATIS, we've got the 3 nav greens and barrel ref 1026. And 590 feet.
731,
Well, Elliot, I'm sure that on the menu Yorkshire tea is available.
2030.
I'm sure it used to be.
Again?
2030.
Okay.
Just whilst we're on the ground then, if you haven't done so already, I'd be hugely appreciative if you could hit the like button on the stream. Really helps with our YouTube algorithms. It tells YouTube that you like us, basically. That's what it's there for. And yeah, we were talking about Jetlog a little bit later on. For anyone who likes plane spotting, link in the video description down below. Check that app out. It's our new app, available on the Google Play Store, or just search for Jetlog on the Play Store. It's basically a plane spotting app. If you see a plane in the sky, you can tap it and it changes colour and it builds up your stats, and yeah, see if you complete a full fleet. It's like Pokemon but for planes. And then of course our Contra Store discount code. Jot that down, save you 10% when you're next going shopping for some add-ons for the flight sim. And of course Inabill's our channel partner, link in the video description again down below. That is an affiliate link, so anyone who's buying anything from Inabill's, if you want to use that link, it also does help support us as well, which of course I'm always very appreciative of. Oh, Elliot, you don't like the flavoured tea? Oh, jam and toast tea. Well, do you know what? I need to remove it from the menu. They don't do it anymore. They've removed that, which is really bad and sad. Right, it's been 3 minutes, so turn that on. And get the packs on. Let's turn that down a little bit. Oliver, how do I stream my flights? I'm using Streamlabs to do that. Elliot, you're a tea purist. I quite like the jam and toast one. Do you know what? The jam and toast one, to me, it doesn't actually taste that much different. My taste buds must be terrible, but the smell is gorgeous. Who's swearing at me with PG tips? You can't think of PG tips without monkeys. Or is that just people of a certain age? Tetley tea. Yeah. Do you know what I hate? So I've been stopping in hotels a lot recently. What I absolutely hate is when you stop in a hotel and they give you the tea bags, don't they? You know, there's a couple of cups on the side and you've got like UHT milk and some tea bags. The tea bags are always a fraction of the size of the ones that you get when you buy them at home. Why? Why are they? Why am I getting half a tea bag? Elliot, I'm with you. I'm a tea purist. I now start bringing my own tea bags with me. Is that really sad? And sweeteners. Elliot says PG Tips is awful. Dark Fury, they've replaced it with salted caramel. I've not tried the salted caramel one yet. I have still got stashes of jam and toast tea. I've still got boxes here. Do you reckon there's a market for them? There you go. Dark Fury's been googling PACs, which stands for Pressurization Air Conditioning Kits. Kits? You're not telling me the French came up with that. Andrew Clark says Yorkshire Gold. Oh, have I? Oh, don't think I've had that. Oh, hang on. Is Yorkshire Gold just another derivative of Yorkshire tea? Marxists drink herbal tea. Because proper tea is theft. Elliot, it's because they give you a thimble to drink it from. Yeah, half a cup. Well, yeah, you're probably not wrong there. But then I take a massive flask with me, and I end up. I've before had to use 2 tea bags in one because it doesn't actually doesn't give me enough flavour otherwise. Dark Fury, you'd buy them off me. It's all right. I think HD said the same recently. Oh, now, do you know what? Roy Marks brings up a good choice. So, the only other tea that, you know, if you go out and you're going somewhere posh, and they, particularly if you're abroad, then they all seem to have Earl Grey. And I don't mind Earl Grey. Earl Grey is okay. It's not Yorkshire, but it's okay. Right, it's now my off-block time. Apologies guys, we are waiting for air traffic control delays and we'll get moving as soon as possible. Oh, Andrew, I don't think I've had Tetley's tea. Well, maybe I have. It didn't live long in the memory.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your flight attendant Jim speaking. We are currently experiencing some delays due to air traffic control. I know, just what you wanted to hear, right? I mean, who doesn't love sitting on a plane cramped in like sardines, waiting for some guy in a tower to give us the green light? Meanwhile, our pilot is up there, probably trying to figure out how to turn on the autopilot, while the co-pilot is likely enjoying a nice cocktail. And here I am, working my butt off for you, lovely folks, 7 days a week, while you all sit there and stare at your foot-tended zones. So sit tight, relax, and enjoy the wait. Oops, wrong.
Peter ATCO has entered the airplane. Hey Peter, how are you? 4 to 8 months, mate. Thank you so much. You support us far more than just 48 months worth, as it says. But mate, thank you so much for your support during that time, Peter. Always good to have you on board, of course. Andrew, I hope ATC hasn't forgotten about us. They are still online, although the channel's very quiet, isn't it? Should I give them a nudge? Because it has gone very quiet. And Vienna clearance delivery, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango.
And 17 Romeo Red.
Yeah, and just wondered if you got an update on our pushback time, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango.
17 Romeo Tango is delayed now for 1 minute. I call you.
Roger that, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. This is why we loaded extra fuel. Hey, Rampagent, good evening. 777, good evening to you. Oliver, question about top of descent. Are you supposed to set your selected altitude before you cross the top of descent marker? I've said it afterwards and the plane isn't following the profile correctly. So do you know what? In real life... Sorry, just listening to ATC in my headset there. In real life, you obviously... You start descent when air traffic control tells you to. If you're not flying with air traffic control, then you can pretty much set it just as you hit your top of descent. and then you should be pretty fine all the way down. If you are struggling, instead of using descent, the descent mode, just use, instead of using managed descent, use open descent and use the speed dial to wind your speed up, and then it will catch up with the profile. So yeah, that will that usually works for you. And Peter has just gone above and beyond, as he so often does, gifting 10 Easyjets in Pilot Channel memberships to our community, turning the chat green. Mate, thank you so much. Really, really do appreciate that. Do you know what? I was looking to flights to Copenhagen just because I was bored at work. And I was like, do you know...
1-1-775 and set squawk 1000, goodbye.
1-1-775, and we'll check the squawk 1000 Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. Thanks very much. Good night. And yeah, my lad wants to go plane spotting somewhere. I was like, do you know what? Copenhagen would be a good shout. They get all sorts of good ones. So I'm going to try and I'm going to try and get there, Peter. I am. And if I do, I will absolutely let you know ahead of time. What was that frequency? 1-1.6, wasn't it? Vienna ground, good evening, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, stand Charlie 32 is ready to go.
17 Romeo Tango, servus, push and start approved.
Push and start approved for Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. Great stuff.
Sorry, but that voice sounds familiar.
Beacon light is on. Transponder. Let's hope let's hope the guys are ready for us. Fantastic.
So they keep on
Before start checklist.
Alpha 7.
Parking brake is on. Takeoff data 35, V2 139. Windows are closed. Heads are on flight mode. And doors closed and armed. Beacon light is on. Noticeable steering is disconnected. Oh, Peter, don't you worry, mate. I definitely will be. I will certainly let you know ahead of time.
And French 3469, hold position. I don't know what you think you're doing. Traffic texting through other traffic.
Sounds expensive.
What's that for French 3469?
Yeah, 469, Roger. Why are you texting through the Austrian A320?
I was sending something on the MCDU and I didn't realize that. I'm very sorry for that. French 4.
Whoops.
Okay, next time please, windows out, eyes out the window. Okay, continue rolling now and contact tower 1194.
Love it.
119.4, my apologies. 469 the left.
Tail to the left. Okay, parking brake is released.
Team ground servos Austrian 272, runway 29 vacated and at Alpha 7.
Okay, we're clear on all sides. Noticeable steering is disconnected. Engine mode selected to ignition. Starting engine 1.
And the blue line.
Clear to stand Foxtrot 12 via Mike Whiskey and blue line Austrian 272.
Eyes out the window, yep, showing you that. That made me chuckle.
Austrian 926 after exit to 4, hold short of Mike and contact tower 119.47.
Austrian 926 after exit to 4, holding short of Mike and contacting tower 119.47.
Nice Aegean 321 there, I think. Okay, good start on engine 1, starting engine 2. Hey, Chris Shaw, celebrating 4 to 5 months of channel membership as well. Chris, mate, thank you so much for your support during that time. Good to have you here on our live stream, as always. And parking brakes set. J-Hog is redeeming Strongbow Dark Fruit. I forgot the call sign for that. Chav. Happy days. I haven't had any for a while, you know. Cider is my my summer drink, and it's felt anything but summer recently. So am I using the new Rosefire stuff? I'm not on this live stream, no. Basically because all I've got hooked up at the moment is my full FCU unit from Wingflex, my McDo, which is from Wingflex, and my audio control panel, which is from Wingflex as well. What I actually, so the Rosefire panels, the one-to-one stuff, they are designed for home-built cockpits, and I just don't have the space here. I have the space elsewhere on the property. But I'd love to get that all built up. Andrew, flight time's about 1 hour 6 minutes in total. Okay, we've got good engine start on both 1 and 2. Ground crew is finally moving out the way. So that's done. That's done. Anti-ice will be on engines. Spoilers, flaps 1. Trim setting. And we are good. After start checklist. So anti-ice is on engines, ECAM status is checked, pitch trim is 30.5 and the rudder is neutral. Good, okay. Let's tell them we are good to go. And I've got the chart up. We're expecting, as I said, down here. It's either going to be Lima or Mike with one of the exits. So let's see. Alpine 17 Romeo Tango is ready for taxi, and we can take intersection Alpha 6 or later.
17 Romeo Tango, see the intersection one more time.
We can take Alpha 6 if that helps.
No, I thought Alpha 6 will be approved with the traffic situation, but you can ask that tower later on. For now, I have one inbound traffic. I'll call you for taxi.
We'll await taxi instructions. Alpine 17 Romeo Tango.
Good evening.
Messiah, would I ever build a home cockpit? If I had the time, that's the thing, if I had the time. I mean, I have got a lot of hardware here that I could probably do a very good setup with already. I just need the time to do it.
Oh, apologies. I think this one.
Yeah, do the 180 on we are exit 10 onto Lima now, and then Charlie 35.
Lima, sorry, 35, 329.
I do have a big double garage, which is just begging for a raised floor and a big studded home cockpit setup. Oh, Chris, do you know what? It's been a long time since someone in the chat has suffered one of those live. I do feel for you. We have all been there. Is this what we're waiting for? This Air France? Is he going to be turning down here? Yes, he is. Okay.
Now, from 17 Romeo Tango, when clear of the inbound Air France, taxi running from runway 29 via Mike.
Once clear of the taxiing Air France in front of us, taxi via Mike, holding point runway 29, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. So that's basically straight out, turn left. Okay, looks like we're clear there. In fact, just whilst I'm waiting for that, we'll go full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, and neutral. I'll check rudder, full right, and full left, and neutral. Really need to pin my rudder pedals down to the ground. They move with me sometimes, which is obviously no good. Okay, we're good to go. That's a cool aircraft departing. Was it a 330 perhaps, something like that? Okay, let's go.
Austin 2 Papa Juliet, contact Wien Harbor, 19.47.
109.4.
French homie, hello from Rosy CG. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming on board with us this evening. It is a little bit misty, isn't it? I did say it was misty in the ATIS. So taxi checklist, flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMAs, we've got 135 blue, 139 magenta, climbing up blue, 1FD2, 5000 blue. And radar opportunities wind shear is on, engine mode selector is normal. ECAM memo, we've got takeoff no blue, EFB is stowed and disconnected.
And that's Echo 6 Sierra, after the Alpine A320 joins Mike from the left, takes the gate Foxtrot 04 via Mike, Whiskey and the blue line.
I believe the Lufthansa is waiting for us.
Please repeat slowly. It's my third flight.
Echo 6 Sierra, okay. After the Alpine A320 from the left, takes you to gate Foxtrot 04 via Mike, Whiskey and the blue line.
After the A320, taxi to gate via F04 over Mike and Lima. Lufthansa Echo 6 Sierra.
Echo 6 Sierra, negative, I'll send it to your text.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're on the straight part. Recap a couple of things. We've got no change to our performance. Engine out procedure is non-standard. Left turn, 5.7 miles from FMO.
Tango Lima 37, hold short of Mike.
Departure is straight out, 1,000 feet, left turn. And initial climb is 5,000. Noise abatement 1 departure. I just say that just because it is a little different from the norm. Jackson, you've just arrived from, oh, I thought you said you just arrived from Singapore. I mean, what an epic flight that would have been. I wish I had time to do stuff like that. I mean, you might have done, but in a Singapore 380 nonetheless, fantastic.
Delivery Servos Austrian 573. Request IFA clearance to Naples. Information fluid received. Stand Foxtrot 03 gate.
Austrian 573, you click Naples Code 3 Charlie departure. Climb 5,000 feet. Squawk 1,000. QNH 1026.
Just watch that speed doesn't get away from us too much on the taxiway. It is a nice long straight one, but still.
Ladder 129.
Ladder 129, Servos, taxi gate Charlie 37 via Mike, exit 11.
Charlie 37 via Mike, exit 11, ladder 129.
Confirm Charlie 34.
34, ladder 129.
Austin 731, continue taxi 129 by Mike.
Peter says, I wish we could get into flight again soon in the sim, but you've lost your main gaming rig and the insurance will go...
17 Romeo Tango, Tower 1194.
1194 for Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, thanks for the service, good night.
And Austrian 573, Alpha report.
What happened, Peter? How
Austrian 573,
I see,
via
insurance won't cover
contact
it.
502, contact ground 11775, goodbye.
11775, Center 532, thank you.
Iberia 7 Charlie Delta, Wien Tower, buona noche.
Tower, good evening, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango.
Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, Wien Tower, good evening, Alpha 1.
Alpha 1, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. So, behind the Austrian.
Vita Austrian 10 X-ray, established ILS Zulu 29er.
10 X-ray, Wien Tower, schönen guten Abend. Iberia 7 Charlie Delta, wind 200 degrees, 3 knots, runway 29, clear to land.
29 clear to land, Iberia 7 Charlie Delta.
Austin 2 Papa Juliet, contact radar 134675, goodbye.
Radar 13465, Austrian 2 Papa Juliet, bye bye.
Get 134675 into our standby.
731 Tower, good evening.
Oh, Peter, God no. Elliot, did the cats leave the tap on? I can laugh because that is exactly what happened to us.
Off Sky for Mike.
Confirm night VFR.
It's normal VFR off Sky Alpha Mike.
Roger.
But yeah, that sounds awful, Peter. That is really bad as well. Do you know what? I really don't like insurance companies. Sorry if anyone works in insurance out there, but there's always something, isn't there? That means they won't pay out. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff.
Right on Mike, hold short exit 9er, contact ground 11775, goodbye.
Cabin is secure and crew are taking seats now.
1775, right on Mike, hold short exit 9er, Iberia 7 Charlie Delta, service.
Approx now.
Approach path looks clear at the moment. We might get out after this Austrian.
Tower, Iberia 7 Charlie Delta, just to confirm 121775.
FM.
Oh no, there is one coming in. Don't think we'll squeeze out before that one. I still love this, you know. I never get tired of flying on the VATSIM network, knowing that what you're seeing here is other real live people doing what we're doing now in the sim.
Austin 10 X-ray, wind 200 degrees, 3 knots, runway 29, clear to land.
29, clear to land, Austin 10 X-ray.
Alpha 17 Romeo Tango, behind enemy aircraft, line up to 9 bit behind.
Behind the landing aircraft, line up runway 29, behind Alpine 17 Romeo Tango.
Also 926, contact Wien radar. Confirm you're following the SID.
Austrian 926, we have some difficulties, we will disconnect. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Right.
Wind Tower,
Christopher
3, we're modeling 3,300 feet. Request entering your control zone, direct Akahavi.
Christopher confirm it was Christopher 3.
That's correct. Call sign Christopher 3.
Ich habe aus irgendeinem Grund noch die 6 im Kopf gehabt. Christopher 3, Tower, schönen guten Abend.
Okay, lineup checklist. Cabin is secure. Takeoff runway is 29 via Alpha 1. TCAS. TRA. Pax 1, 2. Both on.
Wind 200 degrees, 3 knots. QNH 1026.
Ooh, did you just hear the RAS there? That's new from Say Intentions. Probably shouldn't have it turned on. Easyjet don't have it. Clear takeoff runway 29 Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. But yeah, it's nice to hear that. It's from Say Intentions, same place our cabin crew is from. Again, link in video description if anyone wants to check that out. Okay guys, let's go. Take off.
Mars 12 Tower, shed good night.
ILS established 29er.
Roger.
50%.
Remaining.
Awesome 7
Manflex, SRS runway.
Aircraft line up to 9 and right behind.
Take off their set.
Behind Austrian 731.
Awesome 1 to X, turn right on Mike, contact ground 121-775, sir.
Right on Mike,
100 knots.
121-75. Option 1 direction.
775.
V1.
775, option 1 direction.
Positive climb. Gears up. Nav. 1,000 feet past.
200 degrees, 2 knots, 29 clear to land.
Autopilot 1 engaged.
29 clear to land, also 2.
Aircraft 17 Romeo Tango, contact radar 134-675, goodbye.
134-675 Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. Good night. Thrust climb. SRS.
Romeo Whiskey, descent flight level 150.
150, Ryanair 60, Romeo Whiskey.
Departure, good evening, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, passing 3,000 for 5,000, MVOB 3 Charlie, departure.
Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, radar contact, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. Thrust climb up and climb, and 240 blue.
Whiskey Tango, report course and only to full arrival 19.8 times.
Full arrival 19.8, level 486 Whiskey Tango.
Feels weird almost flying level here just whilst we accelerate away with that noise abatement 1 departure. So S speed, we'll just give it a bit of time, then we'll clean her up. There we go. Gorgeous.
Mauritius 62, descend 6,000 feet, speed 250 knots.
6,000 speed 250, Mauritius 62.
Get rid of the anti-ice now.
Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, passing 6,000 feet, direct dead south.
And just confirm that direct for Alpine 17 Romeo Tango.
Waypoint Delta, Delta, Echo, Tango, Sierra Alpha.
Direct to Detza for Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. Didn't hear it the first time round. If you're not sure, always better to ask. And Detza is now in. Okay, so spoilers, flaps, gear. Get the lights off. Get those lights off too, actually. That looks like a really cool departure, doesn't it?
Welling 7 Alpha Papa, descent 9,000 feet, QNH 1026. Descent 9,000 feet, QNH 1026. Holding 7 Alpha Papa. Welling 7 Alpha Papa, reduce now 250 knots. Speed 250 knots, holding 7 Alpha Papa. Ryanair 60 Romeo Whiskey, speed now 250 knots, your left, descent 10,000.
Okay, so usual stuff. After the departure, Radnar page, we didn't pre-program anything, so that's okay. 340 is going to be fine for us today, no worries there. Cost index set to 0. And actually, I'm going to just leave the secondary flight plan as it is. Normally we'd clear it out, but we are actually still heading in the direction now that that waypoint was if we needed it for the engine out procedure. So if something happened now, for example, then we could still use it to take up the hold and we'll be fine. Right, that is 10,000 feet, so everything's looking good. We got the seatbelt signs off.
only to arrival 119.
Chris Shaw, Peter needs a GoFundMe. What he needs to do is tell us which insurance company never to use.
7 Alpha Papa, descent 7000.
Descent 7000, Winning 7 Alpha Papa.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to set that up, Elliot. Can we do it on his behalf? And then the next time.
Station Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, contact Wien radar 132.190, goodbye.
132.190 Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. Good night. Yeah, and then as a thank you, anytime anyone's ever flying into Copenhagen, let him know beforehand, and he'll make sure your flight's not delayed.
Then flight level 330, Mark point 77 or less.
I bet it was a Viva. I'll be all very BBC now and say they're not here to defend themselves. So allegedly a Viva.
Sorry, 77 or less, alright.
Wine Radar, good evening, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, passing flight level 140 for flight level 240, direct DETSA.
17 Romeo Tango, good evening. Alpine 330, descent flight level 170, speed 250.
Descent flight level 170, speed 250, Alpine 330.
KLM 3010, contact Adria 130.450.
Adria on 130.450, KM 01, so einen wunderschönen Abend.
Christopher 16, reporting approach.
Dankeschön, übergibt er uns. Austin 72, descent flight level 250.
We're now coming up to that area. Do you remember what I said? We can see we've got the Alps ahead of us. We're going to put the DGAD line in just because it is an Alp flight tonight. So DGAD and 090225. We're almost flying along it, I think, at the minute. See how that looks. Let's have a quick. Oh, there it is. So remember we said that we've got sort of terrain beneath us as we're flying where we've got MSA above 10,000 feet. Here then, something bad happens. This side of the line, we turn around. After this side of the line, we fly straight on. Garcia, good evening to you. Still some snow on the tops of these mountains here.
Ryanair 43 Golf Kilo, contact Padua 120.725, goodbye.
Chris, you remember the question you want to ask. When in pre-flight, do you mention which ATIS version you are on?
Goodbye.
In Beyond ATC you never mention it, and I'm not sure I should. What do you mean when you're in pre-flight, Chris? Who do you mean as in which ATIS? ATIS Information Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, etc. And if so, who are you mentioning it to? You do it when you make contact with clearance delivery, yes. If that's what you're asking. Airborne Geek, good evening.
2110 Zulu and Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, climb level 310.
Climb flight level 310, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. 310 blue. Yeah, Chris, so as we did tonight with ATC, when you're on stand, say, what was it, where were we? Where we just departed from? Vienna. So Vienna clearance delivery, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango, stand Charlie 32, requesting IFR clearance as a file to Linate, and we have information India, I think it was. So yeah, you have to sort of read it back. Also aircraft type as well, type A320. Peter, do you know? Peter, I actually thought about saying that. Honestly, mate, when someone mentioned the GoFundMe page, I'm like, pretty much I can cover that. Honestly, we need to get that page set up. We'll sort you out. A little bit of mist in the valley there. It's got to be a full moon tonight, hasn't it? Oh, very close. It seems very bright outside. And I do like the fact that Microsoft Flight Simulator does emulate that. Hey, Ralph Fountain, am I using the radio equipment from Rosefire tonight? Ray, I'm not. The reason I am not is because the Rosefire panels are designed to be laid flat, sort of embedded into a pedestal, and I've not got anything like that actually set up here. I've not got the full sort of cockpit. In fact, do you know what? It might be easier. 1 minute, guys. I'll show you exactly, because I've had a couple of questions asking me about this tonight. So just give me 1 minute, and then, because I did do a video at one point showing you basically the setup I've currently got. So hang on, this should hopefully work. Yeah, there we go. So I've got the WingFlex combo unit, which is basically you've got the captain's EFIS, the full FCU unit, and then the first officer side. Now this is actually a 1-to-1 scale panel. This is full side. The only thing missing is the glare wings there at either side. I've then got the WingFlex MCDU, which is just there. That you can see, and then I've got the WingFlex sort of mini radio management panel just here. So all of this setup is WingFlex that I'm using, whereas the panels are. Oh, should we go for some Infinity? There we go. Always good fun. Yeah, all of the panels that I've got are WingFlex panels, and so that's basically the setup that I've got. But what I really like about the Rosefire is they're 1-to-1 scale replica. So if you have got sort of if I had got an actual pedestal set up here, that would be fantastic and definitely usable. Andrew, did I survive the half term? Yes. So we went to Italy, and I've never done so much in 1 week. We literally did Italy we did the east coast of Italy in 4 days. I'm glad that you like the shorts. So the shorts are, they're quite fun to do, quite fun to make, and they're the kind of thing as well where they don't take too long to make, and they're certainly not done for any sort of monetary value, because you don't get paid for shorts. For YouTube advertising, you get nothing for shorts. But it's obviously not about that. It's about the fact that you can deliver just little snippets of information in quick bursts, and as much as I tell my 11-year-old to please stop watching shorts because it's going to fry your brain, I think for adults, hopefully, we can differentiate between when to and when not to get hooked on watching those. But yeah, they're just great for sort of little snippets of information, because let's face it, there is so many buttons in this thing that we could do a short one. Flight level 340, Alpine 17 Romeo Tango. And 340 blue. Chris, you'd want some sandpaper to sort the dials out. Well, do you know what? I've had an email from Rosefire today. Let me just see if I can bring that up. So basically, they said, I will say this to them. They send me the stuff to look at, give them feedback on, and then a couple of times they've actually looked at changing some stuff. And in the last video, the one that went out yesterday, I obviously mentioned about the 3D printed stuff of the parts. And so they've actually emailed back today and said we're now looking at actual sort of injection moulding and proper moulding for the dials and things. So I think they're looking at going down that route. And they said once that's done, they're going to send us some to have a look at. So yeah, they take the feedback very seriously, and if they can keep a price competitive, then they're going to do really well, I think. The actual sort of the backplating stuff of it, I've got no problems over. They're solid as well. They're quite weighty, so they don't feel, you know, flimsy. Definitely not. Hey, Virtual Pilot from Finland. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Hotel 72, descent flight level 180. Level 180 was.
Hey Roy, you said you've got the Rosefire overhead panel, which is really good. Most of the stuff is wing control. Well, have wing control, have they brought out their overhead panel yet, or are they still working on it?
675, runner 98, Delta Delta, bye-bye.
Yeah. So Chris, I'm kind of hoping if they can keep the costs where they are for the moulded stuff, then they're going to do very well, aren't they?
Axel 714, guten Abend, all rate 8000, QNH 1027.
That's what they need to, easy to say, but that's what they could really do with doing.
On rate, descent 8000 and QNH 1015, and IRF, correction, runway 15, and take any QNH?
1027, bitte.
QNH 1027, like there are 714.
Correct, thank you.
Right, 1,000 feet to go. Are they still working on it? What I have got, I've got the Wingflex overhead panel here, and I'm just waiting for a cable to arrive before I can set it up. Virtual Pilot, you enjoying the holidays? Lots of simming. Excellent. That's what you want. Yeah, but the Wingflex overhead panel looks incredible. Well, it is incredibly good. I've already filmed half the video. I just need a cable to arrive so I can film the next bit. But if anyone's looking at going, you know,
Axel 714, descent 4000 feet, fearless approach 15.
really top level, and that is the one to go for.
Descent 4000 feet, QNH, descent, section, good IS 15, report established, like the S1.
And that's all cruise. Dark Fury, was it Wing or Wing Control, whatever they're calling themselves now? Was it their stuff that you got and it literally went around the world before it arrived? Someone in the in our community did that. I can't remember if it was you, Dark. Right, custom index is back to 4, and we'll set our TCAS to below. Just cycle the SDs. Nothing's jumped out. I did pay lip service to the fuel though. Fuel used 164,657. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Rosefire, they're really coming out of nowhere, aren't they, Rosefire? Since they first came out with this like mini all-in-one panels, like mini overhead panel, and it was alright, it served a purpose, but they've started to really push the boat in what they're doing. The one-to-one cockpit replica stuff is completely different to their other mini panel stuff. Roy says that happened to me as well. At least their tracking information worked. Always looking for the silver lining.
Green radar, service, Pushback, Yankee, flight level 312. Pushback, Yankee, willkommen zurück, guten Abend, direct to Baruk.
Aye aye, Elliot's off to Copenhagen. Yeah, exactly, Chris. The mini panel did indeed serve a purpose. 100%. And if anyone's after sort of any of the Rosefire stuff, then make sure you visit our... in fact, have I got the link for the discount? So there's a discount code of Easyjet SimPilot on there, but also... Just 1 minute, and I will pop a link in the chat. Anything we could do to save you a bit of money. Where's it gone? Right, so yeah, if anyone wants to check out the Rosefire stuff, then check out that link. Easyjet SimPilot is the discount code, and yeah, it should save you a bit of money as well. Peter, do you get to pick the emergencies? So he says he's got a student going into the ATC sim for a full 4-hour endurance session with at least 2 emergencies. Yeah, do you get to pick them? That's a great question, Peter. So he's going in there for 4 hours, that's fine. He can't work solidly for 4 hours because I remember, well, it's a long time ago now since I was looking at doing it, but there were breaks. You had to have breaks every 45 minutes or something?
1026, depart from LKH Elbach, directing to Oberwart. 206, Roger, copy, report approaching. Yes, contact when approaching.
Oh, Doc, I'm just scrolling up now. So your stick's dead on arrival and it's now having to go back, but you don't know when you're actually going to get it. Wow. Yeah, that's not great, is it? Hey, Mona. And Zapu 340, I am still using my 3060 for my sim and my streaming. I'm going to frame the 3060 when it dies. It's served such a purpose for so long. Okay, so we're thinking now if we get a if we get a depressurization bang or something like that, where are we going to go? The obvious choice would be turn around because the peaks are only getting higher, and I'm thinking turn around and fly north actually. Do you know what, Chris Shaw? It is a solid card, and the PC was built by an expert.
Dankeschön, wind calm, 15, clear to land.
Have I tried the SU5 beta? No, I've not. No, I don't like... I never sign up to the betas, because it could potentially ruin everything I need to make a video or anything, you know what I mean? I've just got to be in and out and know things are going to work.
Niki 143, guten Abend. Sie sind doch recht weit außerhalb von meinem Luftraum und den Teil, den ich nicht kenne mit Crossing Traffic. Sie können mich gerne ungefähr 15 Meilen vor Badit rufen, aber davor bitte auf Unicom mit was auch immer da kreuzt koordinieren.
Alles klar, 15 Meilen vor Badit, das ist ein Thema.
Danke.
Ich wurde von München Räder rübergeschickt.
Ich verstehe, danke. Tut mir leid, aber das ist mir eine Spur zu weit.
So frame generation is on. I forget which one I'm using. There's that many different options nowadays. But if you want to check that out, there is a video on the channel showing exactly what it is that we're using. So I'm just going to start pulling up the charts then for the arrival, so we can have a look at what's going on when we get into Milan. So we're coming in on Little One Yankee, which I'm assuming is this it? Yeah. So coming in over here then. Oh, right, there's all the terrain. There you go. Look at those MSAs in bright red letters. So, Little One Yankee, no lower than 1 5 down to there. So we've got some constraints that we're going to have to stick with. This is quite a fun approach because you've got to just make sure that you've planned it properly, because obviously we're going to have to be kept not high, but you need to be kept sort of within reason, the terrain that we've got. So you don't want to be going down too soon, or you can't, and then you need to be able to actually slow down once you've cleared the terrain. Just looking, we've got speed restrictions there as well, so the fact we're going to be 250 at ML371, that is going to be fine actually. So straight down there, coming around, and then we've got Sorop is the is that the initial approach fix? Actually no, I think there's one after Sorop. Let's have a look then. What we will do as well, because of the way this works, the Italians love to do this, we'll fly all the way to Mike Lima 935 here, and then the plan will be, depending on where we are, if there's no other traffic around, then we can obviously take a jump and cut all this area out, and we can just go sort of round there.
17 Romeo Tango, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
On to Unicom now, 122.8, thanks for the service, good night. So that's sort of the flight plan. What we'll do then is once we're sort of a beam where the glide slope is, as long as we know where the traffic, then we'll be flaps. We'll be green dot by this point. Flaps 1 as we make the base turn, and then if we jump to the actual arrival chart.
Romeo Tango, Ljubljana radar, contact Vienna radar on 132.6.
And that's beyond ATC taking over. Can ignore that. Yeah, so that then comes in. I'm just having a look. What was the initial approach fix? Sorop, yeah, that's okay then. Just checking the box for the coding. Yeah, Sorop, that's fine. And then we are straight in on the ILS approach. Right, let's just have a look at some more details then for that. So down here, let's just get a couple of things in our head straight. So you know how I'm going to fly the pattern, you know the speeds I'm going to be doing, you know when the flaps are going to be set, and that all is dependent upon traffic as well, of course, although that we'll have to fly the full procedure. Other things then, it's a normal 3-degree glide path. We've got PAPIs left and right, they're all set to 3 degrees as well. We've got no displaced threshold. It's a 60-meter wide runway, so again at night time that can put you off a little bit, so really stay focused on those PAPIs. Platform altitude is 3,000 feet. So I'll set the box up for that in a moment. Minimums are 540. We'll pop that in the box as well in a moment. Now let's have a look at the go around. So the go around procedure, as you can see there, is straight out. Once we're above 1,000 feet, then looks to be making a right hand turn, and it is 3,000 feet. So the main thing of that as well is the speed restriction. You can see there, all of that will most likely be done at flaps 1. I'm just checking the speeds at the moment. So yeah, it'll be done at flaps 1 because clean speed at the moment is going to be too fast for that. Okay. Okay, let's set the box up with it. Wayne, good evening mate, says he's getting very confused with the various best ever 24 setting solutions. The problem is, there isn't one. There is only one best setting, and that is dependent upon your PC setup. Every single one is different, isn't it? So I can do a video that says this is the best graphics settings or whatever, and truth is, it is for me. It is the best graphics settings for my video card, my hardware, my motherboard, everything like that. It works for me, and if that helps other people as well as a starting point, then fantastic. But I can't say that it is the best one in the world. It just doesn't work like that, unfortunately, does it? Right, so that is the 9-mile radius ring put in for the arrival. Runway, what we're landing on, runway 35. Get that in, 144 miles away. And let's get some information for the landing. Okay, so in fact, just before we do that, what's our landing weight going to be? Landing weight is looking to be 59, 67, 62. We'll go 62. Let's go 62.3 tons as we try and take that shortcut. Let's do the landing performance calculation then. Yeah, Peter, and that's it. There's so many different things. Not Peter, sorry, Wayne. That's it. There's so many different things that you've got to take into account. Everything is different for everybody. There is no perfect setup. Even two PCs that are almost look identical, they're always a little bit different, aren't they? Chris says he uses AI to give him the best settings for his GPU. Says it was worse. The only thing he did wrong was overclocking. Right, I've never done that. I daren't. That scares me. Right, so it looks like we've got zero wind, which is fantastic. Scattered 4,000 feet. Temperature's 9. QNH is 1027. So just pre-select that. Yeah, that all looks fine. Landing weight is going to be 62.3. Another SOP for you guys if you're following the Easyjet way. Flaps 3 is now standard for landing, not flaps 4. We can see that's going to be fine for us there. So, yeah, it used to obviously be sort of left up to the pilot or whatever. I mean, it is still left up to the pilot, but standard operating procedure now is flaps 3 for landing. Chevron, why flaps 3? Oh, there's multiple reasons. Number one, of course, as any airline accountant will tell you, it saves money. It saves money because you're flying a bit faster, the engines aren't working as hard, it's quieter, it's less fuel, so it all adds up. And even if you're only saving a few pounds, I'll always remember the story. I don't know if it was it American Airlines? Someone in the chat will pull me up on this if I'm wrong, I'm sure, and feel free. Can't remember if it was an American. It was an American airline, even if it wasn't American Airlines, and it was something like they removed one olive from their meal service that they did. One olive for each meal that they made, and it saved them millions of pounds. Because you think of how many meals they save over the course, or serve over the course of a year, and things like that. So, yeah, it made a difference. So, literally any way you can make money, even if it's a few pence per flight, it adds up. It adds up. Right, that's all set. And that's set as well. Lovely. And we've got a gorgeous view of the Alps this evening ahead of us. I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. What am I trying to do? No, that's what I was trying to do. Gorgeous. Chevron, it doesn't matter whether it's hot, it doesn't matter whether it's cold. The main thing is you check the performance calculator. The performance calculator says you can get in on flaps 3, then that's what you're doing. Mark, if you can't see the mouse in Microsoft Flight Simulator, that's a strange bug. I can't recall having that one happen before. What I would try and do is I would press Alt and Enter to sort of toggle window mode and full screen mode. That might bring your mouse cursor back. Bizel, is brake-wear not an issue with the Flaps 3 landing? Not really. No more than a Flaps full landing. I mean, the difference in the V speeds between them is very. It's not a lot. And remember, in fact, does it even affect? How it affects your V speed? It affects your V speed a little bit. Maybe that's what, like 10 knots, something like that. But 10 knots is not going to be a massive difference in terms of brake wear and tear. Mark, if you've done the Alt-Enter thing, I'm at a loss. Someone in the chat might be able to help you who's more on with it than I am. Chris Shaw says it's not your money. Do you know what? The pencil pushers will have worked it out. They will know. They will know whether it's worth it or not. Even if you're saving pennies per flight, it'll mount up to about 30 grand a year, and well, there you go. That's an extra cabin crew member you've got for free. Speaking of which, hey guys, is there any biscuits or tea going spare in the cabin today? Our cabin crew's been rather quiet. Have they fallen asleep?
Understood, Captain. We'll bring some biscuits and tea to the cabin now.
Yay! Andrew, where are we now? Somewhere over the Alps. I'm enjoying the view. Looks gorgeous down there, doesn't it? I don't think we're in Italy just yet. But we're all set for landing. The only other thing I just quickly need to touch on is where do we go after we've landed? I have been to Linate a couple of times, but I can't remember it. So let's just look at the ground chart. Oh, Elliot, have you done that on the Discord server? Excellent. We shall pay that a visit. We will get Peter flying again. He has supported this channel immensely, so we will get him flying again. Right, yeah, so once we've landed... Oh, so this is great. I mean, this is the exact kind of landing I like, because you basically land 3-5 and we roll, and we roll, and we roll, and we exit on Golf. And then we park at the north apron, I think, if memory serves. Yeah, we don't park at the terminal. Easyjet aren't that rich. We are straight onto one of these remote stands. So yeah, that's straightforward. Wayne, you can get that software. It's not a subscription either. It's just a one-off payment. Chris, you can absolutely fly while working from home. What the real trick is to flying when working from home is to work out how long a flight you need to do and for the amount of time you're going to be working, so you can set off, go to work, and then finish work in time to be able to land. Or you can try and land in lunch, Chris. Oh, that's even more difficult. Depends how long your lunch break is, doesn't it? So Peter, yeah, so 4 hours in total, but it's an endurance, so we task them right to the limit. So with 15-minute sprints, 20-minute break with the changeover. In other words, they need to hand over to the controller to the next air traffic. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Right, so I am just having a quick look at the link that we've got on our Discord server now. We are going to get Peter flying again. Peter is one of the longest supporters of the Easyjet Sim Pilot channel, and so we need to get him flying again. And so there's a link, and I'm going to put it there. We're going to pin it to the top. And that is because no one likes insurance companies. Is it okay if I stay the whole cruise off the cockpit? You want to fly an event, but the flight time's 4 hours long and can't stay there all the time. So, if you're not going to be by your PC and monitoring it, you do need to not be on VATSIM, because you've got to monitor. If you're flying on the VATSIM network, you've got to monitor that. And but Elliot, where did you find that picture? I'm just looking at the GoFundMe page. I'm laughing at the picture. Hang on, top of descent. Let me just get down. Right, thrust idle, over descent, 200 blue, and I'm just going to increase our descent speed actually. Let's get that down there. Yeah, that proper made me chuckle, that. So, yeah, quite right though. So, I'll pop this on here so you can all see it. And if anyone's got a couple of quid that they found down the back of the sofa, you know where to send it. Yeah, this is it. Let's help fellow long-time channel member Peter, the ATCO, who has also given us so much help and information with his real-world air traffic control and knowledge. And after an unfortunate, unexpected and very undeserved incident involving heavy water damage, our fellow channel member Peter has lost his entire gaming rig. Let's pass the cap around and get him back in the virtual skies. He wants to be in the virtual skies, but he's controlling the real skies. Is it just me, or does that kind of look like a face of someone wearing a scarf? it's a bit freaky, that, isn't it? But yeah, honestly, if anyone can spare anything, we want to get him back in the sky. Stoolaroo Music, one of my PC specs. There you go. The Nightbot has been called. Thank you, Dark Furry. So yeah, it's Ryzen 7 3060, 32 gig of RAM. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm going to pop her into descent mode now because we're descending quite nicely. Abalars on Twitch, good evening, mate. And mate, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, David also donating to a very good cause. Oh, Peter, fire in the cockpit. That's yeah, that is stressful. So who do you get in to come and play the parts of the pilots, or do you guys have to just sort of manipulate that and do it yourself? There is no greater emergency than smoke in the cockpit. Mark Swan, mate, that is incredible. He says he's new here, but he's just sent a donation. Hope it helps. Also, you've got a Thrustmaster joystick and throttle. If you'd like them posted free, he'd also happily do that. Mark, that is incredibly kind of you. There is a Discord link, should be in our video description down below. And that should hopefully help you get onto our Discord server. Peter, we're not mad, we just love flying and can't have you grounded. Okay, so we're in managed speed at the moment. You see our speed now is slow, it's starting to reduce. We've got a constraint coming up, that's fine, there we can see it. All's working well. Just got a message there from our operations saying we were 17 minutes delay. Why? ATC fault. Well, I was really glad you've enjoyed the videos as well. Of course, thank you so much for watching those, and yeah, hopefully if you can catch our live streams. We don't do that many. We have started putting a streaming schedule up on the Discord server though, if that does help. So yes, you can obviously check that out. We usually only get to stream once, occasionally twice a week. Back when the channel started, it was literally every day. I miss those days, I honestly do. They were fantastic. Of course, those were the days of COVID when no one had anything else better to do. Aviator is currently contemplating whether to build a captain-side A320 cockpit. Hey, if you can, go for it. Oliver, how do you get the altitudes in pink next to each waypoint and the navigation display? So they are there automatically if your arrival has any constraints in. They don't always have constraints in, but basically it's making sure that this is turned on just here, constraints. So just now looking where we are, to see if we can get down even further. We are at waypoint, or we're headed towards waypoint 953, which is this one just here, and we've got to be above 6,000 feet there, so that's fine. We've cleared all the terrain. MSA in this sector is 9.5. God, that's actually quite difficult to see. Is there a... sometimes they have like a little compass in the bottom showing you. But yeah, it is 9.5. In that case then, let's get 10,000 in there, and we're going to pull for open descent. There is a speed constraint though of 250 knots, so what we'll do is we need some spoilerage, I think. Elliot says at this rate Peter will have hit the mark by the time we land. Oh, could you imagine if we did that? I mean, what are we? We're at least 20% of the way there. There are some amazingly generous guys like you in the flight sim community. This is why I often say, even though I am biased, this is one of the best flight sim communities around. Nico, thank you for subscribing. Okay, transition altitude here then is 6,000 feet, so we're going to get down to that now. Open descent, and QNH is 1027. Seatbelt signs on. ATC, sweet sir, good evening. Celebrating 2 years of channel membership as well. It says long time no see. Haven't said much, but it follows pretty much all the streams. Mate, thank you so much for that. Good to see you as well.
So if you could all return to your seats and fasten those seatbelts.
The landing is imminent.
Who doesn't love a little turbulence, right? It's like a roller coaster, but with less fun and more screaming. And just a heads up, the lavatories are off limits for now, because apparently our pilots think they're flying a bumpy road instead of cruising at 30,000 feet. So sit tight, enjoy the ride, and remember, I'm the only one working hard here while the rest of the crew is probably off doing something more interesting. Oops, wrong.
Okay, so we've got speed constraints though, so I can't actually go any faster, and we will arm the approach. In fact, the approach mode is already armed and done, so that's fine. We're at green dot. And India Lima November Tango is identified. So basically this is what we said with the green dot now, and then as the glide slope starts to meet us, if we've got no other traffic inbound, which we haven't, we'll then make the right hand base turn, flaps one as we do that, pick up the ILS, and then we're in. Oh Peter, you've got the SAS Chief Pilot in to help us out. Oh, I feel so sorry for your student tomorrow. Wayne, you're married? How'd that happen? Chris, we all love Jamie, and believe me, I've been where he is when you're trying to get this into work. There is nothing more frustrating than that. It's probably even worse for me because I'm very time precious. He's full time. I'm obviously not. So I've still got the spoilers out. I think we could probably make this work actually, you know. What are we, 22 miles out? So 30 miles is 9,000 feet. Got an aircraft behind us. Okay. Let's start spinning that around. We'll make a little shortcut. So heading now 300. I'm not going to go flaps 1 just because we are still actually, I mean, we're quite far out, so it's fine. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing. And ATIS Read, mate, thank you so much for your very kind donation. Really appreciate that.
So if you could all just sit there and pretend to enjoy the ride, that would be fantastic. I mean, who doesn't love being crammed into a metal tube, right? And let's not even talk about our pilot up front. I swear he learned to fly from a video game. Meanwhile, our co-pilot is probably dreaming of cocktails. But hey, I'm the only one here actually working while you all sit back and relax. So buckle up and try not to think about how many times you've flown with us before. Oops, wrong.
Okay, we're going to arm the approach. So, alt glide slope, lock blue, Cat 3 dual is not yet enabled. We're just a bit too far out for that. But autopilot 1 and 2 are in. Just going to tidy up the flight plan. There we go. There we go, lock star. A little bit of cloud coverage, so we'll just get the anti-ice on. Milan Linate traffic Alpine 17 Romeo Tango establishing ILS 3521 miles and speed 210 knots. Wayne, no, I've told the kids that's never happening. No, nada, never. Glide slope is captured. Missed approach altitude 3,000 feet is set. Captain Joe, did I just say Malpensa and not Linate? I thought I said Linate. Did I say Malpensa traffic? Oops. No one heard. So not much of a tailwind at the moment, just being a little bit careful. We are on the glide slope, we are going down. We can get flaps 1 out, but we do need to slow down a little bit. Oh, has the man got the top for Malpensa? Ah, do you know what? What? Good eyes, no one noticed that. Wayne, I would not be happy with a new dog, because there's only me would look after it. The kids would for an hour. Okay, flaps 1, speed checked. I'm happy to start reducing to S speed. Now this is just where I need to be a little bit careful. We're going to watch that speed now, because if that doesn't start to roll back, because we're on the glide slope, we're headed down 3 degrees, then we're going to throw the gear out, and I'm going to give that like a minute or so. Not much seems to be happening with that speed, does it? Yeah. Yeah, speed doesn't want it. We are at idle thrust, and we're not slowing down. I mean, it's still saying aircraft don't go down and slow down. Alright, I can't hang about any longer. Gear down. Let's add that drag out to it so I can get flaps 2 out. Once I've got flaps 2 out, we're fine. We didn't run the approach checklist, but the bar FQNH, that's 1027. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums are 540. Auto brake, I've not armed it. I want to roll to the end of the runway. It's a long runway anyway, so it's fine. Engine mode selector is normal. EFB is stowed. There we go. That's what I wanted. Flaps 2, speed's checked. Flaps 2. Pull speed. 180 knots is fine. Andrew, my weeks are always exciting. Well, they're always busy. Just going to reduce that speed a tad more. We're going to go 175 just to get the amber bars a little bit further away on the speed tape for flaps 3. Would have been okay, but you know, a bump of wind or something, an alarm goes off, and then you've got paperwork. And that should do nicely. Flaps 3. Manage the speed. Landing checklist. So cabin is secured. Go around altitude is 3,000 feet. ECAM memo landing no blue. Just a reminder, the ECAM, missed approach is straight out, 1,000 feet, right hand turn, and we're holding flaps 1. Milan Linate traffic Alpine 17 Romeo Tango 4 mile final ILS 35. Katie Pilot's in the chat. Hey Katie. You join us at the moment of truth. Can I remember how to land? Ooh. An 8 knot direct crosswind. It's not going to be like that. It'll be fine. An 8 knots. Autopilot 5 control. Now remember what we said, it's a 60 metre wide runway, so it gives you a false perspective at times. That is quite big. Let's watch those 3 reds, compensate for that.
Hundred above. Minimum.
Continue.
30, 20, retard.
Okay, spoilers versus green. No auto brake, remember, we're rolling to the end anyway, so I'm just going to manually sort that out. Reverse is off. Touchdown zone, center line. I think we ticked all the boxes with that one. Now this is where you need the FO to turn the lights off and clean her up. So I'll just slow her down and do it myself. Right, get that off, get that off, get that off, get that off, get that off. APU on. Turn that off so we don't fry anybody. And then go find somewhere to park. Think we can just park on one of these on the right because Easyjet don't pay for the expensive gate. Welcome to Milan. So we go, gate 16 will do. Why are my strobes still on? I thought I'd turn those off. Oh no. Try that. These stands are pretty good because you don't even need to push back on these. They are basically pull on and taxi straight off. Captain Joe, no, I have the Thrustmaster Airbus throttle. Cool, right, I will put the replay on so you can check that out, but if you are about to depart our aircraft before the seatbelt sign has been turned off, then please don't forget to hit that like button on the stream. Remember, of course, Plane Spotters, you've got to check out Jetlog. Now it's live on the Google Plane Store if you want to start building up your plane spotting logbook for the aircraft you see flying overhead, as we've had some blue skies here in the UK recently, which is kind of cool. And the Contrail Store discount code down there at the bottom as well for the next time you want to save yourself some money when purchasing some add-ons. And of course, our official partner Inibuilds has a link, an affiliate link down in the video description. Anyone using that affiliate link to buy the Inibuild stuff also does help support the channel, so a huge thank you to everyone that does that. You are quite right, Peter, this is a stand and not a gate. You see, this is why I'm not spending 4 hours in a sim with you, Peter. Cool. Let's have a look then at the replay. It felt like a decent landing. That I've got to come off the Discord. Sorry, come off VATSIM before we can rewind that and have a look. And as you know, one of my favourite parts of flight simming is checking out the view. Checking out the view from the passenger perspective.
Ladies and
Best bit.
gentlemen, we have now parked at the gate. Please make sure to collect all your own personal belongings. On behalf of all of us at Air Italy, thank you for flying with us. Welcome to Milano. And just a reminder, if you enjoyed this flight, you might want to reconsider your life choices. I mean, who doesn't love being crammed into a metal tube with a pilot who probably learned to fly from a video game? And let's not even get started on the co-pilot. I think he's been sipping on something stronger than coffee. Meanwhile, I'm here working my butt off for you lovely folks, 7 days a week, while you all sit back and enjoy the ride. Oops, wrong.
Thank you to our grumpy cabin crew tonight, courtesy of Say Intentions. Again, link in the video description down below if anyone wants to check that out. They do a free 24-hour trial as well. And that is courtesy of Say Intentions Entourage as well. It is not a subscription service. Although occasionally we do group flights, I'll be honest, we haven't done any for a long, long time. Oh yeah, that looked alright, didn't it? We've done worse landings than that. Right guys, I'm going to leave you with a replay from the cockpit as I say goodnight to all of you. Don't think we've got another live stream this week planned. I said Friday was a potential, but I don't think that's going to happen now because wife has got to work. What I need is to somehow find a way to get my wife to retire, then she can just look after the kids full time and we can stream more often. But anyway, have to wait until we win the lottery for that, unfortunately. Right guys, hope you've enjoyed our stream tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Always great to catch up with you guys on the live stream. Remember, that link is on our Discord server and it's also pinned at the top of the chat. Before we go, let's get Peter ATCO back flying into the skies because yeah, he's given us so much here on this channel in terms of all his knowledge and ATCO experience, so we want to get him flying again. P.S. We don't like insurance companies. Have a great time this week, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Chat later on the Discord. Good night.
Retard.